All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to the November 6th patch note rundown. I heard that through the grapevine that the events for this patch are CRON stones. That's how they were described to me, was CRON stones. So I don't really know what to expect, but you know, it is what it is. People get crazy with it. Either way, let's take a look at this. The month of Shakatu. Shakatu's lost golden coins. Okay, so okay, yeah, so you can log in and fish, gather, or do PvE. I wonder what people will choose to do. Okay, so you just log in and AFK fish. Yep, you're gonna get a bunch of seals for login rewards. This is pretty standard. Dude, man, these low effort events go crazy. Okay. Collect gold coins of unknown design via Shakatu for rewards. Okay, so they're gonna give you outfits. 2 outfits, which are CRON stones. And then a paint box. Honestly, I'm more interested in the paint than I am the outfit boxes, but sure, yeah, okay. Okay, event. Gold coin of unknown design exchangeable. So you can get 2 outfits. You can get 3 250 stacks, which you're going to get all of these just by logging in during the event. So the 250 stacks are probably the most valuable thing here. I'll be honest with you. Whatever the noble stature chest is, what the hell's in there? Oh, that's just T10 attempts for those of us that that need those. And then again, the landscape box. And then look, these are all CRONs. Okay, CRON stones. Yeah, okay, CRONs, rolly boxes with CRON stones in them. Here's a list of the various outfits that are available in the box. It's basically just your class's standard one, because Dark Knight's is Stella, Deadeye's is High Noon, Megu's the Flame Kissed. It's your standard premium outfit, guys. Noble stature test, chest, like I said. Okay, that's it. All right, so yep, CRON stones, sick. Okay, what's the other event? The month of Shakatu special. Are we getting extra shields? My thanks for agreeing to the trade, adventurer. For your sake, I shall unlock Shakatu's merchant storage. For the next 21 days, I will offer supplies to support your journey into the demon realm. I have curated items to strengthen your gear. May they serve you well. Let me guess. CRON stones. Okay. And 2 hammers. And it's just a login event. Like the other one. Log in and the other one is log in and AFK fish. This one is just log in. I thought that they would do something for the tournament. I'm not gonna lie, the tournament's going on. It's super hype. People are excited about it. I will be shoutcasting my end of it this weekend for what it's worth. Although they did not give me special drops. They made special drops for very special partners during the event. Oh, apparently I need to upgrade my ad blocker. No. So, you know, I'm going to be giving flavor commentary on my end, which should be fun. We got a lot, like the other half of the classes this week, and then I'll shoutcast the finals as well when they come on. That being said, you're going to get 4,500 CRONs, 2 hammers, Shakatu's dazzling box, which I'm pretty sure is more CRON stones, and Origin of Dark Hunger times 10. Wow. Nice. What's in the Shakatu box? Shakatu's dazzling treasure box or his dazzling adventure box? 100,000 CRON stones. Or 350 CRON stones. Just remember, guys, if you do get the 100,000 CRONs from this rolly box, please post your adventure family name in the description of the video when you comment down below next week, so that we can all, of course, congratulate you on your win. You'll definitely be able to log in after 1,000 people report you for being carried. Dawnlight Diamond will be sold to NPCs for 10 billion silver. Okay, yeah, sure. All right, yep. And then the other one is just gold bars. So if you get the really good Shakatu box, the dazzling one, you can get a ton of CRONs, but you can also... So it's like you have to get carried and get the good box. Then you have to get carried again. And it's according to a set probability, so you guarantee the 100,000 CRONs is like 0.1%. Like... Okay, sure. So you're getting 100 mil. You're getting 100 mil, okay? The event resplendent box of the Valk, so you're guaranteed to get a 150 to 200 stacks. It's again a rolly box, you know, whatever. Somebody came to me recently and said, "Blue, I suck at fail stacking. I just can't fail stack." And I was like, number 1, that means you carried as fuck. And number 2, Just don't. They give away all the fail stacks that you're probably going to need in the game. Just use CRON stones. Easy peasy. All done. So the events are quite literally CRON stones. All right, so let's take a look at the patch. Oh, by the way, the events ending for this patch are... The events ending on this patch are the Halloween events, the two of them. One of them is the Velia, like Halloween trick-or-treat event, and then the other one is the demon thing. The demon versus angel thing, where you could get like the titles and stuff. I don't know if the titles were temporary or whatever, but yeah. All right, major updates. Okay. Black Shrine, Donghae, Soleil, Calamities 8 through 10. All right, so this is the C8 to 10 Bamboo Legion boss. Is out now. It is exactly the same as the other C8 to C10 bosses. Your gear actually matters for C8 to C10, which is ironic because that means that C8 to C10 is easier than C7 in a lot of cases. But hey, I didn't design it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? That being said, should be fun. I might try it tomorrow. We'll try it tomorrow. I'm probably going to get... I haven't even done the original Bamboo boss, so that's going to be a Clown Fiesta. Maybe we'll do AOS instead. Who am I kidding? Weekly boss blitz rewards. Yeah, okay, so it's the same rewards as before, guys. You can technically get Dawn's Gloves from this, but you can only get Dawn's Gloves if your family name starts with an M and ends with an S, and it's Mr. Rapolis. Okay, if you're Mr. Rapolis. Everything else, so you guys, we're cooked, guys. Anyway, that's all. It's the same thing as the other C8 to C10 bosses. Yep. That's the big... That's the big thing. Okay, so hey, I love that they've got her wearing the Crayodale soldier outfit with the big poofy hat thing on. I like that outfit. Streamline the animation processing for manufacture to reduce processing time. So processing, like the manufacturing, now it takes 11 seconds instead of 21. That's good. Thought it took 15 before, but I guess I was wrong. They're recycling the titles. So if you had the highest likes in the various group chats in the game, you can now get your titles. They're going to recycle. If you had it before, you don't have it now. They're all going to cycle. Again, Oh Captain, My Captain being the best one, in my opinion. All right. Remove the following the following pet feeds that previous boosted pet level growth. Balance feed, Brady's nutritious feed, Silk Honeygrass supplement, and Brady's supplement powder. These items are removed during the November 6 maintenance, and the corresponding value in silver has been sent to the Central Market Warehouse. Okay. Not really sure why, but okay. Updated the contents of certain boxes that could grant non-10 increment interval advice of the Valks. In line with the rules. Okay, sure. Yeah, so now they're all going to be, it's either 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, etc. They're not going to give like 25s anymore. Or 15s or 35s or whatever. Improved CRON stone item description. Okay. Okay, boss, Edania boss. Okay, surely they fixed the bugs. Each boss of the Edania region is designed with specific difficulty left in mind. Since Jardine and Enslar were more challenging than intended, we're slightly adjusting their difficulty. We've also made the boss fights a little bit easier. Picking up a recovery orb will now restore some of your Black Spirit rages as well. We hope these changes help you enjoy the boss battles and show up your skills. Didn't we just watch a video? And that guy was like, God, I hope they make them harder. God, I hope these bosses are harder. And they just keep making them easier. Like every patch, they just make them easier. It's too hard. This is why we can't have nice things, guys. This is why we can't have challenging PvE content. People will complain. Changed weekly bosses. And to be clear, I don't really think that weekly bosses that are required for gear upgrades should be overwhelmingly difficult. I don't think that's where you should make the difficult PvE content. I just don't. I think that the really difficult PvE content should be like dungeons and raids and stuff like that aren't necessarily required for gear progression, but are really good, right? But we don't have any of those, so who cares? Changed weekly boss Jardine in Aetherion Castle as follows. Reduce the time it takes for Jardine to test Edania and reveal himself by 30%. On 75% HP, successfully removing the mechanic now applies a DP reduction debuff on Jardine. Now he uses his mechanic at most once. Okay, Black Wings HP reduced by 15%. Reduce Jardine's HP by 30% when fighting alongside Black Wings. Black Wings after the flying pattern, it now expands all power and remains stunned for the extended duration. Dude. Yeah, so a bot can just run in and do it now. If you can't clear Jordine now, guys, there's a serious problem. Now, Enslar is definitely a little bit tougher. Change the weekly boss Enslar in Orbita Castle as follows. Enslar's HP reduced by 15%. Reduce the required duration of the Fallen Darkness and the Sacred Flame Ignites from 3 to 2. Reduce the number of Enslar summons Enslar Shadows, but increase the number of Shadows summoned. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that Enslar was the hardest boss I've fought so far. Of course, you know, I've fought all 5 of them, but like, I think Enslar is definitely the toughest of those first 3 to 4. Even Karshan. Karshan, the only difficult thing is really the fact that as long as your class has a consistent PvE iframe and you can stay on the ledge, that's the hardest part of the boss fight. Everything else is a joke. Enslar can be a little challenging for sure. It's got 2 phases too, which doesn't help a lot of people. Which means the boss fight is like really long. So if you get one shot like right before you kill the second phase, that means it's another like 25 minutes of of boss stuff. Reduce the number of times that Enslar summon Enslar Shadows, but increase the number of Shadows summoned. Improve so when Enslar is hit by knockdown, floating, or bound effects during certain attacks, Enslar falls to the ground. Interesting. Increase knockdown duration for Enslar by 2 seconds. Change so that after summoning all shadows in the pattern triggered under 50% HP, Enslar descends to the ground. So she'll be hittable a lot more frequently. Throne of Edania for the throne. Change the effects and visuals of recovery orbs that spawn during boss fights. Recovery orbs now recover HP and also recharge Black Spirit Rage. Okay, so now instead of green orbs, they're going to look like that. Sure. Apply the following for faster weekly quest completion after finishing the boss fight for the throne. Your character can now automatically move to the front of the throne after the fight to speed up weekly quest completion. Dude. This is a joke, dude. It's like they don't want you to play the game. Like, at all. I don't know anybody that was complaining. It's like, damn. You're still in that euphoria that you just killed the boss. You're like, oh man, I'm feeling pretty good. Kill the boss. And you're like running back and you're thinking about how good you did in the fight and whatever. They're like, no, we can't have that. We need to get them back to AFK fishing stat. Get them back to their fishing alts stat. I don't know. It's not necessarily a bad change, but like, this is like one of the things that I swear to God, there are some people, a decent amount of adventurers that are only logging in to do their weekly. Right? Or only like the AFK fish and then they only do their weekly and then like that's it. Right? And we're taking like the 15-minute time and we're making it like 10 minutes. It's crazy. Dark Rifts. What are we doing with Dark Rifts here? To make Dark Rift boss subjugations faster and more convenient, we've adjusted their spawn locations. Bosses that previously spawned in multiple locations will now spawn in fixed locations. With this change, starting a boss Dark Rift subjugation in Omar Lava Cave or Phenol's Cabin will let you encounter all the bosses in a single route. Okay, so they just moved the Ahib Griffin. The Griffin now only spawns in... I don't know how this makes sense, but the Kama Sylvia Ahib Griffin now spawns in Southern Calpheon. My immersion. I mean, it's not the worst. Like, okay, sure. Making Dark Rifts a little bit more convenient. Soon, I guarantee you, soon, they're going to make Dark Rifts. It's just going to be, you go to one spot and all 5 bosses spawn right there. I don't know why they didn't just do that here. That would make, honestly, I would like that change. Like, just make them all spawn where Red Nose does. Or Beg, or something. Or by Velia. And then you can walk over there, and then they just spawn all 5 of them. And you kill them one at a time, or whatever. Like, that'd be great. Either way, whatever. Sakraya Underwater Ruins. Change the name of Sakraya Underwater Ruins Paint to Sakraya Underwater Ruins Paint. Oh, it's upper paint. Upper paint, now it's just paint. Okay, whatever. Change the Abyssal Sakraya to Sakraya Underwater Ruins Paint. Added the Merchant Ring piece to be obtainable items for Underwater Ruins Sakraya Abyssal in Monster Zone info. Drop rate and availability remain unchanged. Only the item list in the Monster Zone display info has been updated. Okay. Reduce the vibration effect of the following rocks during Sangoon C8 to C10 in the Black Shrine. Okay. So they didn't change any of the bugs that are still there in Edania. Mount. Change the, when you're using your mount skills, with your weapon drawn, your weapon automatically gets put away. That is extremely annoying. Dude, they really just don't want you to do combat on your horse. That's just annoying. They just remove mounted combat then. Like, I don't know why you would like keep doing this. That means every time you instant excel, your character's gonna put their weapon away, which is bullshit because the real reason that we want our weapon out during instant excel is for the RP. So you can take screenshots. With your weapon drawn looking like a badass. Anyway. Node and Conquest War. Here come the big changes, baby. 2-hour Node Wars. Alliance is gone. We're going back, baby. This week's maintenance has brought adjustments to Node War tiers, participant limits, and schedules across. Okay, they're just rotating the schedules. These changes reflect feedback from our adventurers and take into account each region's size, terrain, participate account, all with the goal of making Node Wars run more smoothly. So, before I even look at this, they should be making Node Wars less big across the board. So it should be like, all the numbers should be down. They should be like down from like 80 to 50. Like they should be decreasing the amount of people at Node Wars, or the caps at Node Wars to make it easier on guilds. We'll keep monitoring things after the update because that, by the way, that is the feedback that adventurers have been giving them worldwide, like worldwide. Because there's not enough people to do Node War, like 100-man Node Wars. Like maybe like EU used to be able to do it, not anymore though. We'll keep monitoring things after the update and continue refining the experience so you can better enjoy Node Wars going forward. Change the tier participant count and assign day for certain nodes in Calphion, Medallion, comma. Okay. They're increasing the amount of people required for Node Wars. These people are... This is actually... So they're decreasing the tier from 4 to 3, and they're increasing the man count from 45 to 55. They don't listen to anything. These people are idiots. Longleaf tree sentry post. And by the way, that happens on Sunday. That happens on Sunday. And no one... To be clear, the reason why this is really bad is no one wants to really do Node Wars on Sunday, especially for like the... Sunday's like the worst day for Node Wars across the board. Mainly because you just had Siege the day before and everybody's exhausted from Siege. Having to do the politics for Siege, setting up the fight, and the fight is really long. It's really fun. People love doing it. Not to mislead people, but like Sunday is usually like it's the Lord's day of rest. Okay, usually guilds are dropping so that they can like they can bring a small amount of people. Like not as many people show up on Sundays, and like I don't. They're just trying to snipe nodes normally. So making it increasing the man count, cooked. Although some guild leads will look at this and be like, oh, good. Now we can snipe these nodes more easily because less people will drop here. But I think the devs are doing this so that more people will participate, and that's just simply not the case. Catfishman camp is going from T4 to T3, increasing from 45 to 55 man. Now, this is a good change. Longleaf is going from T5, which was uncapped, to T3, and now it's going to be a 50-man cap instead of 80. It should be 40. It would be better if it was 40. Like, straight up. Like 40 man would be better. Karudo Cave going T3 to T4. Going from 50 man to 45 man. Sure. Decreasing is good. Decreasing is good. I'm not going to harp on them for decreasing. Quint Hill, T3 to T4. Sure. 55 man to 70 man. These people are actually just brain dead. And to be clear, they said this is based on feedback. Like this is not based on feedback. This is what drives us nuts as a community. Like this is these changes reflect feedback from our adventurers. Like no, they don't. No, they don't. Quint Hill, T3 to T4, 55 man to 70 man. So now it's a 70 man. No one's ever gonna do that. No one is ever gonna use this. I maybe once in a while there might be some frisky 1v1 that happens there, but for the most part, that's cooked. You've just killed Quint Hill. Because most guilds, the vast majority of guilds worldwide, cannot pull 70 people to a node war, guys. That's the problem with these man caps, is that like you're asking a guild to pull 50% of their players on a Thursday, which is hard if they're also pulling people every other day of the week, right? That's hard to do. 55 man was hard enough as it was, but at least now it's moving from Sunday to Thursday, which is honestly a good change. But now 70 man cap instead of 55 is cooked. Tree and Forks, T4 to T5, so now it's going to be uncapped, and now it's going to be, it goes from 70 to 80. These people are stupid. These people are dumb. So they increase the man caps on 3 of them, and they decrease the man caps on 2 of them. So this is what people really want, right here. This is what people want. And honestly, the tiers, nothing really matters as long as it's not T5. T4 and below, they're basically all the same. T2 or T2, T3, T4. Yes, they all have different. You have to like show up for Node Wars differently for those and like play a little bit differently, but guilds can still participate. Like a guild that can participate in a T3 can very likely participate in a T4 as well. But they probably can't participate. Just because you can participate in a T4 does not mean you can participate in a T5. Yes, the caps are very different in terms of how they feel, but in terms of how many guilds can participate there, T5 is really the limiting factor here. So rolling things away from T5, you still want to have some uncapped nodes. You do, and they at least have one here. The problem is we want small uncapped nodes. These devs always think, they're like, okay, uncapped means more people. We want there to be more people. No, they have this so backwards. We want less people so that we can do uncapped more frequently. And the reason is, now guilds, like if it was like a 25 or 35 man, well, your guild, if you have 150 people in your guild, because that's how the alliance system works, unfortunately, usually about 20, like if you're like a mid-tier guild, like, you know, like you're kind of middle of the pack, you're not like a top tier guild, but you're not a low end guild, you've kind of proven your worth. Usually you've got like 25 to 40 people that do have a fair amount of gear and could do uncapped. And the biggest problem with doing uncapped is your remaining 40 people are basically cannon fodder, okay? And that's how it works, right? So like that's why, because if like 30 of your people literally can't contribute because they just don't have the gear to hit any of the other people in the Node War, well then you effectively just have less people at the Node War. And that's the problem. And the way to bring back uncapped Node Wars, and you guys can comment down below if you guys feel like that I'm misreading this, but the way to bring back uncapped Node Wars is actually to decrease the amount of people required at these uncapped Node Wars, mainly because then more guilds can participate because there's a higher chance that they have a reasonable amount of people that have the gear score required to do uncapped content. And like, you know, I'd love to see Johnny Five and Aurelio and everybody's take on this. I'm sure that they all agree with me on it, but yeah, like I think that like this is just like you're losing. Like they're like, oh, we took away a T5 80 man and now we're gonna get another T5 80 man. That's not what we want. We want like a T5 35 man, 25 man, 40 man. That's what we want. Okay, that's where the uncapped. That's what uncapped nodes should be. Is lower. Now maybe you can have like one of them that's like an 80 man or a 100 man or whatever, but that's it. The whole week maybe there should be like one. Like that's it. Because like no one ever does anything on those nodes. Those are just dead nodes. All right, Medaya. They're just stripping all T5 nodes. Okay, no, they're making more T5 nodes. Here, and see, this is what we would have seen, T3, T5, and look. They're increasing the man cap on all the tier 5 nodes. This is not what we want. We want T5 nodes that are 40 man. That's what we want. Like, I don't understand how they keep this up. This is not rocket science, but like they don't listen to us. They're not listening to what we're telling them. T5 to T3. Now these are coming down and this is good. But the T5s, you'll notice when it goes to T3 to T5, it's going up. And when it's going T5 to T3, it's going down. We want them all to go down because there's less people participating in Node Wars. So please, love of God, it makes it more approachable for guilds if you just decrease the amount of people required at Node War. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And here we go again. Here we go again. All the T5 nodes are being increased across the board, 55 to 65, 50 to 75, 45 to 65. And when it goes T5 to T3, it's reducing 75 to 50. So this is the correct direction. This is the correct direction. It should require even less than this. It should require even less than this. It should be like 35 to 40. Almost all Node Wars should be like 25 to 50 mans. Basically all of them. With the notable exception of maybe one a day that is more than a 50 man. Because like no one can pull that many people anyway. Much less in an uncapped setting. Like what are we even talking about? These devs just, they don't know what the hell's going on. This is comma. Okay. UI. Improve the readability of sailor levels and sailor list. Added a page turn to the nadir span thing in the UI. Added a section of the AOS victory pose. Okay. Applied a boss-specific image to the notification shown upon your first boss subjugation and Black Shrine. Okay, you know what really bugs me? Is the fact that they said this is all based on adventurer feedback. All right, I'm done. This is not adventurer feedback, though. That's what I'm saying. It's rent-free. I'm going to be thinking about this the rest of the night. I need to go vent. I need to go like play League of Legends and just like let the demon out. You know what I mean? I'll just go grind. I'll just go grind. It'll just go grind. We don't want to play League. League sucks. League's a shitty game. Reforged Stones UI. Apply the following changes to the Reforged Stones UI. Added a visual effect when selecting weapon slots. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, so they're just like fixing bugs with this AI or whatever. The Reforged Stone UI was like the most unnecessary thing. They also added a slot for it in your inventory so you can click on it more quickly. Web translation. Okay, all right. Now for the important part. Guys, please let me know down below, how is No Pearl November going? How are we doing so far? Success? I hope it's a success, guys, because it's a great success for me. How many pearls did I have when we start? Oh my, I didn't do this. This is just, it's like it zoomed in when it I was auto-pathing to the Magnus in it. Oh, fuck it. All right, so I still have 129 pearls, just to be clear. Everybody gets it. I've had 129 pearls since August. All right, and I'm asking y'all to join me for No Pearl November. You guys can nut all you want. This November is all about no pearls. No pearls at all. Just like no PvP. Okay? No pearls. Greetings, adventurers. Here's a list of products that can be seen in the Pearl Shop. Shakatu's Resplendent Pack. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so guys, it's just like they're offering like, it's only once per family. It's really expensive. It's just 2 rolly boxes. It's just RNG gambling. Once per family, super premium enhancement back. Again, they're really trying, it's once per family. They're trying to get you to buy the rolly boxes. Shakatu's choose your premium pack. Just outfits. This is never worth it, by the way. Even if it's 50% off, buying outfits like this is never worth it. It's never worth it. Because it's too expensive. It's too expensive. Choose your convenience pack. Please bear in mind, if you're like, oh, I need CRON stones, the events are going to give you thousands and thousands of CRON stones anyway. Choose your convenience pack. Item brand, spellstone. What? That's worthless. Once per family packages, Theazorb, whatever. Choose your costume box. Nobody cares. GM Black Desert Styles. Okay, that May was kind of cooking. Embark on a new adventure with your favorite character. Kick off your journey in style with fashionable tips and outfit combos. So they're literally going to tell you Merv's palette 30 days. What a joke. These are a joke. GM's pick. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Merv's palette. Yeah, because we all love buying Merv's palette. It just comes with the value pack anyway. Like, what a joke. Okay, these are all just... Oh my god. So like these are mix and match outfits, guys, that you can buy, and it'll come with like 3 different things that try to make your character look stylish. They're desperately trying to get you to buy outfits. New arrivals, Mystic Lair Akron underwear. So there's new underwear. And that's it. So nothing crazy, guys. Stay strong on No Pearl November now. Keep enjoying BDO. The goal is not to quit BDO. The goal is to teach them to listen to their players. And I guarantee you, we can do a lot. We can do a lot together. Stay strong, brothers. I'll catch you in the next video.